I would like to call the regularly scheduled meeting for the Village of Tinley Park Plan Commission to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Lori, can you please call the roll?
Commissioner Gaskell.
Present.
Commissioner Gatto.
Here.
Commissioner Hamilton.
Here.
Commissioner Manny.
Present.
Commissioner Merrick.
Here.
Commissioner Montalvo.
Here.
Commissioner Sepisi.
Here.
Chairman Gray. Acting Chair Martinez.
Here.
We have
All right.
quorum.
Thank you. We will now move on to communications. Staff, are there any communications?
The communication for tonight, for those watching the video that we post on YouTube is we do not have any audio or any visual feed to the audience here today. However, for the record, everyone in attendance does have a copy of the staff report.
Okay, thank you. We will now move on to the approval of the minutes from the December 18th meeting. Any questions or comments on those minutes? All right,
Make a motion.
thank you. All right, I heard a motion by Commissioner, sorry,
Gaskell.
Gaskell, and a second by Commissioner Montalvo. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the motion carries. For item number 1, we have a public hearing considering recommending to the village board to grant Dan Callaghan on behalf of Kirby School District 140 a rezoning and map amendment at 16227 Everton Drive from the R3 to the R4 zoning district and a plat of subdivision to consolidate 16227 Everton Drive with the existing Helen Keller Elementary School at 7847 163rd Street. Can I get a motion to open the public hearing?
Motion.
All right, I heard a motion by Commissioner Sepisi
Second.
and a second by Commissioner Gaskell. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? That motion also carries. Before we proceed, I would like to note that I have received the certification of the public hearing notice as required by state law. If anybody wishes to speak, they will be sworn in at the podium, but after staff's presentation. Staff, can you please present?
Yes, thank you. There are 2 subject properties that are associated with the request tonight. One is the Helen Keller Elementary School located at 7846 163rd Street, which in this presentation we will note as parcel 1. And the second is 16227 Everton Drive, corner property at the corner of Everton and 163rd. That is vacant land that we refer to as parcel 2. So these properties are contiguous with each other, and they lie in the general area southeasterly of 159th Street and 80th Avenue. Parcel 1 is the existing Helen Keller School, and that, as you would expect, is owned by the local school district, Kirby District 140. It's a public school, and that land that parcel is located on is about 6.5 acres. Notably, the southern portion of that parcel does protrude into the actual street of 163rd and the sidewalk. And that street is owned and maintained by the village. Parcel 2, the vacant land at the corner, is, just as it is, vacant land, no history of development. It's a 0.8 acre land owned by the village. Development history, the parcel 1, which the school is on, is part of the Brementown Estates, which has a lengthy and very storied history of annexation and development throughout that area from the late 60s through 70s. So Brementown Estates was not done at one time, but over a progression. As far as parcel 2, that was annexed in 1987, and part of the Gallagher and Henry's Tinley Park Meadows Union 6 subdivision, which was recorded that same year in 1987. So parcel 1, the school, is in R4. Parcel 2, the vacant land, is in R3. So as far as the zoning, R1, 2, 3, and 4 in the village are all considered single-family zoning district. And the intent of those districts is to stabilize, preserve, and protect certain older areas of the community, developed principally for single-family uses, and to provide new areas in which exclusively single-family attached dwellings may be constructed. So as far as the difference between R3 and 4, they are largely the same. There are only very minor differences in lot area, floor area ratio, side yard, and a certain allowance for a medical office within 300 feet of a business district. That's it. As far as the context, the surrounding area for zoning is R3, 4, and 6, and all of these uses are residential. Immediately north of both of these parcels is a large retention pond. So as far as the school, the overview of the request. The school is in process right now of undergoing a 2-phase site improvement project. The school district requests ownership of the adjacent vacant parcel, parcel 2, west of the school, along the east side of Everton Drive. The phase 2 improvements include a bus drop-off with a hardscape play area off of Everton Drive and a playground replacement towards the north of the property. Approvals for tonight include the plat to consolidate the parcels into one lot with a right-of-way dedication and a rezoning for parcel 2. When you have multiple properties with a contiguous use, site improvement, and ownership, that requires lot consolidation. And if they are of different zoning districts, that triggers a rezoning. So as far as site plan architectural approval, that would typically go with a rezoning. However, in this case, because it is a public educational facility that falls under the state purview, the village is limited in its scope and review, so we do not require site plan architectural approval here at Plan Commission. As far as additional approvals, there are a few, but they are for the purview of the village board. One is an intergovernmental agreement that serves to coordinate all the approvals as a single integrated transaction. So with that IGA, the plat, and the rezoning, there are also a land conveyance deed that will transfer property ownership of parcel 2 from the village to the school district, and 2 easement agreements. So, as I said, for Plan Commission purview is only the plat and the rezoning. So as far as the rezoning, it's to rezone parcel 2 from R3 to R4 to match parcel 1. The petitioner has provided a comprehensive response to the rezoning standards. Some notable points to that: the property value will be equivalent. This purpose will allow for improvements for an existing public school. Parcel 2 is currently already receiving maintenance by the school, and it is suitable for school use. A public need is identified for the proposed use in the rezoning due to the school's increased service of more students and a desire to provide more amenities to serve those students. Lastly, regarding the thoroughness in which the village has planned and zoned for this use, it's noted that this is allowance of a primary educational facility, as we define in our zoning code, that's permitted for both of those zoning districts. So if you turn into the staff report to look at the table that we have, it has a blue header that's under the section for request that has a breakdown of the areas. So on staff report, that would be page
I think it's page 4.
Page 18, yeah.
think it's page 4 in the actual printout.
Yeah, page 4. Might have not copied, my copy might not have one.
Double-sided.
Okay, that might have been it. I apologize, I went to the closest copier,
No worries.
not a usual one. So I'm just going to try to recap it. The table has different rows, existing parcel 1, parcel 2, the gross boundary areas of those two parcels, the dedication, and the proposed new lot, less the dedication. So there will be a dedication as part of this request. So the areas, notably parcel 1 and parcel 2 together, is 300,638 square feet. The dedication is a 40-foot dedication that stretches 400 feet deep, so that's 16,000 square feet. So the proposed Lot 1 area is 284,637 square feet. As far as the lot width and lot depth, when we will combine the two lots, that will add 70 feet to the 400-foot wide school property as far as its frontage to the east and west. And then as far as going north-south, that will reduce by 40 feet because it is less a dedication. The primary frontage will remain as 163rd Street. And as I noted, the rezoning is just for the parcel 2. Parcel 1's zoning will remain as R4. The plat of subdivision is the second request. So that consolidates them into one zoning lot, and that dedication that I mentioned is the southerly part of that parcel 1. The details on the dedication. So this is land that will be taking out of the school's property, and it will go to right-of-way purposes. And that is typical when you have properties. Usually in our village, we'll have a property and then 1 foot, and then a sidewalk, and then maybe a parkway, and then the actual road. So you do not want to have personal property that extends into the actual function of a roadway. So this right-of-way dedication will remove the school district's ownership of that, clean up this issue, and thus the property line of Lot 1, the front property line, will move back 40 feet. The only thing that will result as a nonconformity of that will be a legal nonconformity for the setback of their existing ground monument sign. Our code requires a minimum of 10 feet, and based on the land survey the petitioner provided, it appears it would reduce to approximately 5 feet. So that's legal non-conforming. They can keep the sign as is. They can reface the sign. If they wanted to do anything structural to it, they could either relocate it or come here for a request for variation. As far as easements, so there's no easement information on the current plat. There is an existing water main loop that's on the school's property. So it is in the shape of like an inverted U, more or less. And that is one easement that the village is working with the petitioner to obtain. And the second easement would be the westerly 15 feet of parcel 2. Notably, there is a village sanitary line that runs adjacent to the west edge of parcel 2. So we are proposing a condition of the plat for final review and approval by the village engineer and village attorney prior to recording. The village is also requiring a graphic depiction of these areas, these 2 easement areas, and the village is actively preparing easement agreements. So this is a joint effort between the school district and the village with all of these agreements that we'll have going to village board. And as far as the plat, the village is requesting the petitioner to have the plat identify the recordation numbers for both of those easement agreements on the plat. And the last thing to mention for staff report is what we call review section. So to reiterate, a public primary educational facility falls under the jurisdiction and oversight of the state's Capital Development Board, also referred to as the Regional Office of Education. The village does not have discretionary purview of site plan and architecture. As far as the site improvement process, village interdepartmental staff provided a review of the site improvements done at a building permit level. The village does not issue a building permit for that, but we review it per applicable codes, and these include land use and zoning, utilities, accessibilities, building fire matters like safety, fire response, and access to the site. Other codes such as energy, building, those fall under the state, and they do their own permit issuance.
Okay. Thank you, Lori.
That concludes my staff report. I have the petitioners. This is Dan Maletic. He is with R.A. Smith, who is the engineering firm representing the district.
Thank you. Dan, do you mind approaching the podium? No, I'll swear you in, but if you don't mind writing your name down there. All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you affirm that the evidence that you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Do you have anything to add to staff's presentation?
No, I thought Lori was very thorough. I think the school is very excited for this. They're already under construction with their school addition, if you've driven by recently. And with that school addition, the area behind the school used to be where the kids would play. They're building this to help bring the kids somewhere, give them something new for the growing school population they have, for the new amenities they need to keep up and keep things modern. And I think the village has been fantastic to deal with in terms of being upfront with these challenges with the site and working through it with the school and our team. So any questions that you have, please let me know.
Okay, thank you. I think I'll split this into two topics, but does anybody have any questions on the lot consolidation? No. Seeing none, we'll start talking about the rezoning request. I'll start with Commissioner Gaskell.
No, I have nothing to.
Okay, Commissioner Sepisi?
Nothing at all.
Commissioner Montalvo? All right. Commissioner Merrick?
No. No
Commi-
comment.
Commissioner Hamilton?
I had one question, just kind of more for my information. Occasionally, things come to the Plan Commission that do not require the board to approve or not approve. It's actually settled at the Plan Commission. These are not those kind of issues.
That is correct. So Plan Commission has the final authority for site plan and architecture, right? But pretty much everything else is your commission makes a recommendation vote that does go to village board. So in this case, this item will go to upon Plan Commission's recommendation vote, will go to the board for all the items that I mentioned above. So the
Thank you.
IGA will consolidate or coordinate everything, and then there will be all the other documents.
Very good, thank you. No other questions.
This would require the board approval. It is a land transfer also. So that's why we would need the board approval for that also.
And rezoning and plats, of course, always have the board approval requirement.
No question. Commissioner Manning?
None.
I have one question, or actually maybe two. Let's just clarify. Can you also confirm that this project does not have involvement with that property to the north, the detention pond?
Yes, thank you for asking that question. I did receive a question from a member of the public after the staff report was posted online earlier this week. So there is a large detention immediately north of parcels 1 and 2. This project does not touch that detention.
Thank you. My only other question, and maybe this is more for staff's review of this, but would the property also be compliant under the R3 zoning? And was there consideration for that R3 zoning?
So the property already is R4, so I suppose you could look at it either way. You could either rezone the smaller vacant parcel, or you could rezone the existing school. There is R3 east, or sorry, R3 west, and R4 to the east. So we chose to make a change to the property that is vacant as opposed to the one that is developed.
Okay.
Makes sense.
And
That
also,
was-
that property shares a contiguous property line, so we kind of, we discussed it and felt that just keep it all R4.
Yeah.
So it becomes one consolidated parcel in R4 zoning.
Yeah, thank you for that explanation. I think that's all the questions that I had. And you probably can take a seat now unless you have anything else to add. Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak on this matter?
I just have a question.
Yeah, do you mind?
If you'd like to approach the podium, and if you could kindly state your name and.
Hi, Patricia Gregor. I live behind the school. And if you don't mind, what is the intention for that parcel two? Are they putting up a bus lane, or is anything going to change with the landscape? They just need to consolidate it, or what's the purpose of that land use?
Can you, yep, can you approach again?
I know we don't have all the technology going right now, but site plans have been shared with the village on this. I'll try to describe it the best I can. Off Everton Drive, there are going to be 2 new curb cuts, new access driveways. Those 2 curb cuts will serve for a new bus lane to come in to the school building. There's a sidewalk that runs immediately west of the school building. It will drop kids off there and then in a one-way kind of loop, go back onto Everton Drive. The idea with that is to get the buses out of the south parking lot, which is very overcrowded. With that bus lane, there's also going to be a blacktop play area for the kids to play in. 4-square striping, basketball hoops. There will be new trees planted. Every tree that's being removed that has, as part of the new paving, we worked with the village to replace trees along Everton Drive. The only other improvement that is being made within parcel 2 is the addition to the school. It's getting a new sanitary service lateral that is connecting out to the public sanitary main in Everton Drive, so that will run through parcel 2 as well. So simplifying that, 2 driveways and trees.
Any other questions or comments from the public? All right, seeing none, we'll move on. Can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All right, I heard a motion by Commissioner Sepisi and a second by Commissioner Gaskell. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, that motion carries. Well, staff for the standards.
Yep. So I have them printed out. These are the rezoning standards we have with the village. We don't rezone often, so I can recap them. They are as shown in the staff report towards the end. The village uses a certain set of standards called the LaSalle factor standards. Number 1, existing uses of zoning and nearby property. The eastern part of the subject properties, parcel 1 is already in R4 and contains the existing school. Nearby properties are a mix of R3, 4, and 6 with developed residences. Number 2, the extent to which the property values are diminished by the particular zoning. The rezoning of the western part of the subject properties identified as parcel 2 is changing due to lot consolidation. The property value will be equivalent and not diminished. Number 3, extent to which the destruction of property values of the complaining party benefits the health, safety, or general welfare of the public. The rezoning with the lot consolidation will benefit the public by allowing improvements to the public elementary school. Number 4, relative gain to the public as compared to hardship imposed on the individual property owner. Rezoning with the lot consolidation will benefit the public by allowing improvements to the public school. 5, the suitability of the property for the zone purpose. The property is currently maintained by the school and is suitable for rezoning and school use. 6, the length of time the property has been vacant as zoned compared to development in the vicinity. The land being rezoned is vacant and undeveloped and has not been developed in the past. Then 5, 6, 7, the public need for the proposed use. The public need, it will be for primary educational, a permitted use in the R4. The land being rezoned will further serve the existing school as it expands to serve more students. And then lastly, number 7, a thoroughness which the municipality has planned and zoned for the use. The allowance of primary educational facility being a permitted principal use in both the R3 and 4 demonstrate the thoroughness in which the village has planned.
Okay, thank you. And then I'll look for a motion regarding the plat, and
I'd like to make a motion to recommend that the village board grant approval to the petitioner Dan Callaghan on behalf of Kirby School District 140, final plat approval for the final plat of subdivision of Helen Keller Elementary School subdivision dated December 19, 2025, subject to the following condition. 1, the final plat is subject to the final review and approval by the village engineer and village attorney prior to recording.
can I get a second?
A second. I'll second it.
All right, I heard Commissioner Gatto first, and then I actually heard Commissioner Manny second.
I yield to Commissioner Manning.
He beat you.
So your second was
Manny.
Commissioner Manny,
Okay.
trying to be fair. All right, can I get a motion regarding the rezoning and map amendment?
I'm sorry, did we didn't do a roll
Oh,
call.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do roll call for the motion of the plat. Commissioner Gaskell.
Yes.
Commissioner Gatto.
Yes.
Commissioner Hamilton.
Yes.
Commissioner Manny.
Yes.
Commissioner Merrick.
Yes.
Commissioner Montalvo.
Yes.
Commissioner Sepisi.
Yes.
Acting Chair Martinez.
Yes.
Okay, it's unanimous. It passes 8-0.
All right. Now I'll seek that motion regarding that rezoning and map amendment. I've also got a sheet if you want to read it from there.
I'll make a motion. Make a motion to recommend that the village board grant the petitioner, Dan Callahan, on behalf of Kirby School District 140, a map amendment rezoning for the R3 single-family residential zoning district to the R4 single-family residential zoning district for the existing property at 16227 Everton Drive as consolidated with 7846 163rd Street and adopt the findings of fact as listed in the January 15th, 2026 staff report.
Second.
All right, I heard Commissioner Hamilton first and Commissioner Gatto second. Lori, please call the roll.
Commissioner Gaskell.
Yes.
Commissioner Gatto.
Yes.
Commissioner Hamilton.
Yes.
Commissioner Manny.
Yes.
Commissioner Merrick.
Yes.
Commissioner Montalvo.
Yes.
Commissioner Sepisi.
Yes.
Acting Chair Martinez.
Yes.
8-0.
All right, so both of those motions pass, and just thank you for working with staff, and they will see you at the village board meeting.
The village board meeting, to be confirmed, is anticipated for February 3rd, but this is dependent upon the other agreements that the village and the district are currently working on.
Thank you. All right, we'll move on to public comment. Does anyone in the audience wish to speak? All right, seeing none, we will proceed to the good of the order. Staff, anything for the good of the order?
Yes, I would like to state that we have hired a planning manager for the village. This individual will be starting the next couple of weeks. Looking forward to having this individual on board. Can take one of those hats off a little bit there. I think it'll be good to have Lori and Michael and Walt have somebody with the integrity and the education requirements of this individual, so it's a good hire. We're looking forward to that. Other than that, status quo, we have some good projects coming through. Can't share much more to that, but it will be coming shortly. It's going to be a very busy summer, and I would say for the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to be seeing a lot of work. Sports Dome will be proceeding with their full support building, which is the 18,000 square foot structure. That will be going up probably around February, going vertical. They do have the foundations and utilities in for that. They are still awaiting to get ComEd approval out there. That's a whole nother issue out there, but they're working through that. So we're probably seeing spring, late spring, we'll probably have the dome up, and he'll be open and operational with temporary toilet facilities out there to get that open. That will meet the code requirements with the plumbing code, and then probably around August, we'll have the full support building. That'll be a matter of just getting some tenants and getting those outlots built and some new tenants coming in. But it's going to be exciting for that area. So nothing more to report at McNewson. We are still working through their finance issues. They're still working through that. I will be having another meeting with the architect to see what are other options we can help them with. But for the record, I don't want to sacrifice the safety of that building to produce a less costly building. They're fully aware of that, but we'll see what we can do to work with them and get that project hopefully finalized soon. So that's it for community development.
Great, thank you. And then, moving on to adjourn the meeting, may I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion. Second.
All right, motion by Commissioner Sepsi, second by Commissioner Gaskell. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The meeting is adjourned at 7:42.